There was a bad accident in 1962 where my family was performing on the wire doing the 7-person pyramid. That pyramid collapsed. 2 of my uncles were killed, 1 was paralyzed. My great-grandfather lost his life in 1978 walking between 2 skyscrapers in San Juan, Puerto Rico. But we continue to move on, continue to carry on this legacy, and the only explanation is our passion for it. In fact, my mom was 6 months pregnant with me and still walking the wire. So I've walked the wire longer than I've been alive with my mom. And one of the awesome things about every walk that I do, including every performance that I do in any circus or on any TV special, my wire shoes are made by my mom. So there's a piece of my mom with me no matter what, every time I'm on that wire. So she has instilled so much into me that I really owe everything to her. She is the reason truly why I am the performer that I am today. Crazy and wild dreams come true. And they wouldn't have come true if it wasn't for the amazing support system that I have surrounding myself, my incredible team, and of course, my incredible family. But this evening, there's someone very special in the audience. She flew in town to spend a little bit of time with my family and I over the end of our season here at Lincoln Center. And she's the one who believed in me when I told her that I wanted to try to change 2 laws in 2 countries, which eventually I did, one in the United States and one in Canada. They were 100 years old, in order to get permission to become the first and only person in the world to walk a wire directly over Niagara Falls. Thank you. She believed in me when I told her that I wanted to become the first person in the world to walk across the Grand Canyon. She believed in me as I broke 11 Guinness World Records, including one where I hung by my teeth under a helicopter 220 feet above the ground, one where I walked between 2 skyscrapers 700 feet in the windy city of Chicago, completely blindfolded, and most recently, when I became the first person in the world to walk a wire directly over an active volcano. Yeah, these are nightmares to you guys, but honestly, dreams. Because of my bloodline, they're dreams for me. But the woman I'm referring to is my mom. Mom, wherever you're at, will you please stand up so we can acknowledge you? Where you at, Mom? There she is. Yeah, give her a round of applause. My mom and I certainly have a unique relationship. We've literally risked our lives alongside of each other while touring around the world. And as I mentioned in the video a few moments ago, she was 6 months pregnant with me and still performing on the wire. I was talking with my mom yesterday evening at dinner, and we were talking about a tradition that my family has where we write down a list of dreams and goals and ambitions the first day of every year. We try to accomplish those dreams through the year, and then we kind of reevaluate at the end of the year where we got to. And I was telling her how excited I was that I was able to own my own circus, something that was on my list for several years. And she was excited about that, and then she looked a little bit upset. And I said, Mom, what's wrong? She said, well, there was one of the dreams on my list, a goal that I had set for myself in 21, and I wasn't able to achieve it. And I said, well, Mom, what was the goal? And she said, well, it was to get back on the wire and perform with you. So that was emotional, of course, because I want all of my mom's dreams to come true. And as I thought about it, I talked with the team, and I didn't tell my mom this yet, so I'm going to put her on the spot in front of all of you guys. So no pressure, Mom. But why don't you come up here and finish the act with us? Yeah, give her a round of applause. Come on, Mom. Wait, can you give her a mom, please? John, can you lower in this rescue point? We'll bring her up on that. See, my mom hasn't... Yeah, watch out. Don't trip. That'd be very embarrassing. You know, dedicated to performing, that she convinced the doctor, and I didn't know there were options when it came to this, but she convinced the doctor to put in an athlete's hip, a titanium hip, so that she'd be able to get back to the wire and do this. So this is a very special evening for my family and I, so you guys are in on a special night for sure.
Wow.
All right. Good? Come on up.
Yes.
Yeah, let her hear you. Good. Here we go. Good, Mom? All right, no pressure. Go ahead and get your wire shoes. We brought them up here for you. Normally at this point, my wife does the final pyramid in the act, but this evening, we've got a special guest. You know, it's one of the cool things about my family history. Over 200 years walking on wires, but we do what we do not to impress you guys. We do it to inspire you guys that nothing is impossible. If there's one thing the wire taught me at an early age, it's that we are in control of our thoughts, and that our thoughts are not in control of us. I just released my second book titled Facing Fear, and in that book I talk a lot about the power of the internal dialogue. I tell the story of an accident that we had back in 2017 when my family and I were training to break a world record for the highest 4-level 8-person pyramid on the wire. We trained for a couple months in my backyard, and then 2 days before premiering it before a live audience in Guinness World Records, we made our way 30 feet above the ground. And during that rehearsal, my worst nightmare became a reality. That pyramid fell to the ground. By the grace of God, I caught the wire, as did my cousin and one other gentleman. But 5 of my closest friends and family members fell to the ground. Statistics say there's a 1 in 5% chance of surviving a fall greater than 30 feet. We had 5. So the odds weren't on our side for sure. I'll never forget that time as my family was in ambulances traveling to hospitals around the city. They sent them to 5 different hospitals. My mind going crazy, not knowing what to do, not knowing how to react. The following day I had a decision to make. Do I get back on the wire? Or do I ever walk the wire again? In the hospital waiting room, my father said, family tradition, you get back on the wire the next day. You have to get back on the horse. And I did just that. I performed for the next 2 weeks, but every single performance, I watched that accident fall, that pyramid fall in front of me over and over again, dealing with PTSD. I remember after 2 weeks of performing, going back to my place, looking at my wife and saying, I'm done. Never gonna walk the wire again, I'm done. Defeated. I'll never forget that conversation when my wife said, Nick, you do what you do to inspire people that nothing is impossible. Nothing's impossible. You sign every autograph, never give up. She said, that's not the man that I married. And it was a time for me to reflect and realize that I was believing the lies in my head. I was believing that I was going to fall, that I was a failure, that I wouldn't be successful, that I wouldn't be able to make it to the other side. It was then that I started writing down and journaling what I went through in hopes to help others that might be dealing with PTSD or others that may have just given up on their dreams. How many times have you pursued a dream? I know I'm guilty of it. You've had this great idea and you appreciate it. Don't ever give up, and long live Big Apple Circus. Slow and steady, all right? Mom, we will stop in the middle if you want us to. If not, we'll keep walking. Just let us know. Make sure you're comfortable over the platform. Johnny, can you please come out and spot my mom with Mike? Thank you. Maestro. Nice and easy, Mom. Nice and easy. Be careful. Nice and slow. Tell me how you feel. All right. Good. Here we go. Ready? Easy out. Go. Watch it. Stop. Good. Let's hear it for my mom.